Welcome into this edition of the CSN Insider. I'm Adam Jaksa. Today we caught up with Braylon, Rayson, and Keno to talk to them about their win last night against Buffalo right here in McGurk Arena. Joined by Braylon, Rayson after a big game last night, 19 points for you against Buffalo. How were you able to have so much success in that game?
Basically, my teammates, they finding me when I'm open. They find me when I'm hot. They knew when I hit my first one that I'm capable to hit 10 more, so they kept finding me, and that's how I got off.
Crowd was really big last night. You guys have seemed like you've got some big crowds the last couple of games. How much of a factor is that when you're out on the court?
It's a great factor. I mean, they bring so much energy, and that just helps keep us pumped, keep us going on the bench. When they're out here yelling and we're hitting shots, they just keeps us going and make us want to hit more.
You guys are 3-2 now in the MAC. You take on Eastern Michigan, really lengthy team, but you guys have shot a lot of threes. You'll probably shoot more on Saturday. What are the keys to get a victory in that game?
Keys to getting a victory in that game is basically just hitting shots. Like the last year we played Eastern, we couldn't really hit no shots. Because the zone, they was so lengthy and they just pushed us out. We couldn't hit any shots, but hitting shots and stopping them from making shots. So that's how we're going to get the win.
We're joined by head coach Keno after a big win against Buffalo. You actually outscored the Bulls by 18 points in Wednesday's game. What was the difference in that second half?
Well, I think a big difference was, we just come off of a tough loss at Akron where we were down 13 points at the under 4-minute mark, and we cut that to 1 with just a minute left. I think it was a big step for our program to be able to realize that double-digit deficits aren't insurmountable for this team with our full court pressure as well as our three-point shooting. And I think that carried over to last night where we were able to come in at halftime and realize that we had 20 minutes left and it was time to make sure we picked up our defensive intensity, our rebounding effort, and because of that we got more opportunities on the offensive end.
You're back home on Saturday against Eastern Michigan, really lengthy team. They run that 2-3 zone. What are the keys to beat the Eagles on Saturday night? Yeah,
I think when you look at Eastern Michigan, top 5 in the country defensively in guarding, and in that zone they are extremely long. They lost a couple of conference games to start off in overtime, which I'm sure they feel like they should have won, and one of those teams that people talked about winning this conference this year and making a step. So we know that we've got a tough game ahead of us, and in a short turnaround we're going to try to do our best to make sure that we control the ball and don't give them the easy steals and turnovers, which they've been so accustomed to be able to get.
Special thanks to Braylon, Rayson, and Keno for joining us today. Remember, the Chippewas, they're back in action this Saturday right here inside McGurk Arena at 4:30 as they take on Eastern Michigan. For all your CMU sports updates, stay tuned to CMUchippewas.com and remember to follow us at CSN Digital. Until next time, I'm Adam Jaksa. Fire up Chips.